Metal Heroes X. Magma Dragoon.
Hey yo, and welcome to Metal Heroes X, where we celebrate the treasure trove of Mavericks across the Mega Man franchise. Today we're going knee deep into some
liquid hot magma.
Because today's Maverick is the explosive martial artist Magma Dragoon. Magma Dragoon is a dangerous Reploid that knows how to heat things up. His design is based on a fire-breathing dragon. Like a dragon, he casts a tall, imposing figure with fantastic teeth, claws, horns, and two wings protruding from his back. Around his neck are prayer beads, and he also rocks the Japanese 10 symbol, meaning heaven, the same in which is seen on Street Fighter's Akuma when he performs the Raging Demon. Similarly, Magma Dragoon is a devoted martial artist whose obsession with strength and combat really fires him up. He deeply respects who he considers strong and has perfected his own unique form of hand-to-hand combat. Dragoon was one of the highest ranked Maverick Hunters and commanded the 14th Special Unit. During his time as a hunter, he became acquainted with both X and Zero. Secretly, however, Dragoon longed for a fight to prove himself the strongest. Despite having a disciplined warrior's demeanor, Dragoon is selfish and callous towards the lives of others. His lust for fighting overrides any moral compass, and this led him to accept Sigma's plan for causing mass destruction simply for a chance to fight X and Zero. Dragoon's burning ambition was exploited, and he was ordered to destroy the city of Sky Lagoon. Dragoon complied by sabotaging the city's power reactor and unleashing the giant mechanoid Erigon to maximize the carnage. As a result, Sky Lagoon had a full meltdown and crashed onto the city below, taking countless innocent lives. And as planned, the blame shifted onto Repliforce. You could say Dragoon fanned the flames of this rebellion, provoking the Repliforce General's call for Reploid independence, igniting the Great Repliforce War. And Dragoon was further instructed to join Repliforce and support their coup d'etat from within. Initially, Dragoon lied to the Hunters about the true cause of Sky Lagoon's fall and showed no loyalty to his supposed allies. Despite having joined Repliforce, he was quickly branded a Maverick. After the Lagoon disaster, Dragoon retreated into a volcano, likely a setting that reflected his fiery nature, awaiting X and Zero. When they arrive, he gloats about his betrayal, demanding a battle and relishing the moment. His attitude towards X and Zero differ quite a bit, however. With X, he acts more cruel and maniacal, laughing in X's face that he drops Sky Lagoon again. This could be interpreted as an attempt to provoke X into abandoning his pacifism and unleashing his full power. That said, towards Zero, he is more solemn and respectful, recognizing Zero's strength and even apologizing before his dying fiery breath, hinting at a bit of remorse and an emotional divide in how he viewed his actions. As Dragoon's fire dimmed, Dragoon confessed that everything he did, the burning of bridges, the mass deaths, was all because his soul burned for the fight, revealing that it was Sigma who had made him the offer he couldn't refuse.
Alright, Hunters, how many heart tanks require Rising Fire or Ruin Gene?
During Mega Man X4's development, Keiji Inafune transitioned into more of a producer role, though his involvement remained significant, particularly in shaping the game's storyline. The design responsibilities for X4's Mavericks were handed off to other artists who had previously worked on the Mega Man X series, namely Haruki Suetsugu and Masako Hona. There is no official confirmation on who created the original concept designs for the X4 Mavericks. However, artist Haruki mentioned receiving the design drafts, most likely from Inafune, and had the task of completing the illustrations. Haruki also enlisted the help from other artists for the coloring. He noted that coming up with the various poses took a long time, as he wanted to avoid the typical say cheese pose and aim for more dynamic, character-driven stances. Haruki stated that he took on Dragoon's illustration first, and spent the most time refining his pose and look compared to the other Mavericks. The Street Fighter inspiration behind Magma Dragoon and his similarities to Akuma couldn't be more obvious. His fire-based martial arts style, the use of moves like the Hadouken and the Shoryuken, and even the Japanese 10 symbol on his chest directly reference Akuma. Taking the reference further, the ridges above Dragoon's eyes resemble the signature bushy eyebrows of both Ken and Ryu. There is no official confirmation for Magma Dragoon's English voice actor, as they were unfortunately uncredited. However, in Rockman X4, Magma Dragoon was voiced by Takashi Nagasako, who would also lend his voice for Slash Beast. The composer for Mega Man X4, including Magma Dragoon's theme, was none other than Toshihiko Horiyama, who was well versed in the series at this point, having previously composed for Mega Man 7 and Mega Man X3. Mega Man X4 1997. Magma Dragoon brings the heat. And one of the unique aspects of Magma Dragoon's boss fight, something rarely seen in the series, is the option to enter the arena using ride armor. This allows either X or Zero to dish out massive damage early on. Otherwise, you'll have to face Dragoon head on, dealing with his martial arts skills and the hazards of the volcano area. Magma Dragoon comes equipped with a variety of deadly techniques. You could say he's playing with fire, because he throws Hadoukens and follows them up with the Rising Fire, a Shoryuken style uppercut that he can perform consecutively. He also uses the Kyukoka dive kick, which closely resembles Akuma's Tenmaku Jinkyaku. As the fight progresses, the environment becomes even more dangerous. Dragoon can launch Kachu Kogeki, a fireball that triggers lava to rise from the corners of the arena. He can also breathe a stream of fire using his Kain Kogeki. On his last legs, Dragoon unleashes his Endon, a barrage of fireballs that rain down ferociously across the battlefield. His weaknesses are X's Storm Cyclone, which will cause Magma Dragoon to jump and reset his attack pattern, and Zero's Raijin Geki, striking Dragoon twice and dealing a hefty amount of damage. I guess you could say lightning strikes twice. Mega Man X5 2000. Magma Dragoon appears again in Mega Man X5, though in a much weaker form. He shows up as a digitized simulation in the optional training area. While this marked the end of his mainline appearances, Magma Dragoon continues to make appearances elsewhere. He was featured in the X Challenge mode from the Mega Man X collection. He appeared as a card in the mobile game Teppen, and is both a boss and a playable character in Mega Man X Dive. Outside of the major characters, he is one of the only playable Mavericks. and players can unleash Hadokens and Shoryukens to their heart's content.
The answer is 2 heart tanks.
Alright Hunters, thanks for watching, and with Magma Dragoon solidified, next time on Metal Heroes X, prepare to be tested as we jack into the cybernetic plumage of our next Maverick. Until then, keep hunting, and this is Den Den, signing off.